And we say good morning to you. Welcome. We're live at Phil's Dream Pit. The quest for perfect barbecue here live again on this Tuesday, April the 4th, 2017. We've crowned a new champion. Oh, yes, them Tar Heels are rocking over in the Tar Heel State, as well they should be, as North Carolina crowned the brand new champion of college basketball. And the supremacy is there. Roy Williams punching his ticket as one of the all-time great coaches. North Carolina does their number, does it in convincing fashion against a really good Gonzaga team. Could have gone either way. Of course, Tar Heels win at 81-75 the final. And so we're here live at Phil's Dream Pit. The quest for perfect barbecue. Here is up on the screen. Look right there. Just go ahead and tell you about the Dream Packs. The ones you can get to go. It's going to be springtime. It is springtime. It's going to be a busy spring, busy summer for folks to be on the move. And so the Dream Packs to go, where you can feed 4 of pork, chicken, brisket. They're back here slicing some brisket. Greg Beck's up there slicing some brisket, getting ready. So, man, you can smell it. They've been in the smoker, and so it's ready to go. You can get Dream Packs to go of 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, whatever you need. I'm going to tell you all about that as the show unfolds. Also, meat by the pound, got that as well. It's all available again right here at Phil's Dream Pit, right off of Interstate 26 at the Eastern Star exit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Hey, here's today's lineup. Tell you who's going to be on the show today. We're going to be hearing from, there you go, Chase Elliott, again, running very strong in the NASCAR Monster Energy Cup season, and so we'll hear from Chase. Also, we're going to hear from Roger Penske, the owner of the winning team, Brad Kozlowski, Rob Cole from Bays Mountain Park, our buddy Jeremiah Clark from Appalachian Digital. We got Greg Beck in here in a few minutes from Phil's Dream Pit. All that and more right here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Again, we're live here at Phil's and having a big time and enjoying ourselves already. So we've got lots to talk about and lots to cover. We've got football, we've got baseball, we've got Tony Romo. Finally, a decision been made about Romo. It's not about another football team. Tony Romo apparently is going to be going up into the broadcast booth. We'll tell you all about that coming up here in a few minutes as well. Let's get it started. The obvious, we always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross, and this is show number 492. Today is no exception as we get it going with numbers 6, 24, 25, 26, and 27. It says, I will bless you and keep you. I will make my face to shine upon you. I will turn my face towards you and give you peace. How about that? I will bless you and keep you. I will make my face to shine upon you. I will turn my face towards you and give you peace. What more would you want in the turbulent times that we live in here in April of 2017? So let's jump in here and go. Let's talk about it. It is basketball time, and it's a big basketball game, of course, and let's tell you all about it. Justin Jackson delivered the go-ahead three-point play with 1:40 left on Monday. North Carolina pulled away for a 71-65 win over Gonzaga that washed away a year's worth of heartache. As you know, last year they lose at the buzzer to Villanova. So theoretically, you're talking about an opportunity to win 2 years in a row back-to-back national championships. But anyway, a redemption tour of sorts. That's what they've talked about all summer long, all fall long, all winter long. North Carolina said, we want to get back and show we're the real deal. In fact, one of the players, it was Joel Berry, said in the postgame, hey, I just want to be here this year and let the confetti fall down on me like it fell on Villanova a year ago, which I thought was an interesting way to look at things. But anyway, they came back. They did it. The Tar Heels finishing at 33-7 followed a terrible shooting night in the semis with a equally ice-cold performance in the final. Carolina only went 4 for 27 from three-point land, and on the night only shot 26 made out of 73 tried. That's not real strong, but they did enough to win, of course. But 4 for 27 from three-point land. That's horrid, but again, they did what they needed to do to win the ball game, and they win at 71-65, defeating a great Gonzaga team. Of course, Roy Williams punching his ticket into basketball supremacy. The Tar Heels Williams and his Tar Heels carved at history despite the ugliness on both sides of the court. North Carolina shot a painfully 15% from three-point, meaning they made 4 for 27, as I said. They got out-rebounded, 49-46. They were called for 22 personal fouls, just as many as the Zags totaled. But again, it was the points in the paint battle. Won by North Carolina 40-18. The big guy for Gonzaga, not a good game last night. Didn't show like he needed to. And so they win the ball game 81-75. Roy Williams, just one of 6 Division I men's basketball coaches with 3 or more titles. That list includes the late John Wooden, Mike Krzyzewski, the late Adolph Rupp, Jim Calhoun, and Bobby Knight. All have 3 each. He now joins Calhoun, Bobby Knight, And, of course, as we said, Roy Williams with 3. Also, Williams now has personally more titles than all but 6 schools in the history of the NCAA tournament. How about that? He has more titles than all but 6 schools in the history of the NCAA tournament. UCLA, Kentucky, Duke, Indiana, UConn, and, of course, North Carolina, where he's led the Tar Heels to half of their 6 titles. He also has, and this is interesting too, as many titles to his name as Kansas has had in its rightly revered history. Roy Williams, one of the all-time greats, and he showed that again last night as his team wins it 81-75 over the Gonzaga basketball team, and a big crowd last night, obviously, in Arizona. Yesterday, if you missed the show, we had a live bird's-eye view from Bill Robinson, the Milligan's head basketball coach, Milligan's head coach of the Buffaloes. He was there and gave us a courtside view and courtside kind of a, as I said, bird's eye view of what went on yesterday in Arizona. I've never been to one myself. It's on my bucket list to get to a national championship. He was there, and apparently it was a great time had by all, and especially if you're traveling to North Carolina. Bill Robinson, the Milligan men's coach, by the way, works Coach Williams' camps every year in Chapel Hill, so he had he was part of the entourage of Carolina fans in Arizona, and so he checked in with us yesterday, and we had a big time talking to him about that. Tom Taylor Sports Show, thanks for being with us. We're live again at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. You can buy it by the pound. You can get one of these to-go orders right here, meat by the pound. You can buy pork, turkey, brisket, chicken salad, full rack of ribs or half rack ribs by the pound. If you say, well, we're going to have a big cookout or we get together in the backyard or whatever's coming up that you want to feed the gang, you can buy meat by the pound here for the price per pound to go only. Take it with you. You can buy pork, turkey, brisket, chicken salad, full rack of ribs, half rack of ribs, all that available again here at Phil's Dream Pit, right off of Eastern Star exit, I should say, of I-26. Phone number, by the way, 349-6437. Or if you're around the world as you are, and we thank you for that, check them out at philsdreampit.com. Pulled up here a few minutes ago, get set up for the show. Could smell the hickory smoke. Smokers working out back. And as soon as you walk in the room, as soon as you walk in the restaurant, you get hit upside the head with the hickory smoke. Man, it's just kind of there. I mean, doesn't choke you or anything like that, don't get me wrong, but it's a prevailing aroma, and it is good. Hickory smoke, whoo, and then, of course, fall off the bone meat. It's awesome. The beef brisket, you can't beat it. And also the pork, the turkey, the brisket, chicken salad, full rack ribs, half rack ribs, all that to go. And also the dream packs to go too. Of course, you have a sit-down restaurant. I'll tell you about that part of it too. You have, let's see, pork sandwich, pork platter, pork wings, the brisket sandwich meal, 3-rib meal. You can get the chicken platter meal. My favorite is the brisket meal. Man, oh man, you talk about the beef brisket, and it's good. Greg's gonna be here in a few minutes to tell us all about it. Also, they got desserts, the blueberry dream, the brownie dream, and what would it be in the South without some banana pudding? Got some nanner pudding as well. Good stuff. And also a kids menu. All this, again, open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 to 7. They're open now, of course. We're on Eastern Star Road. They were closed yesterday, so today's the first day for business. And we walked in here and got set up. And at about 10:40, about 20 before the hour, I had folks lined up ready to go to get some great food. So there it is again. Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. If you come in here and sit down, the wall is just adorned with plaques they've won in all these different ribs competitions and all these different head-to-head competitions against other rib companies around the region. So these guys do it. Phil and Diana, they're awesome, and we appreciate them very much. Quick break. Our first guest is coming. That'd be my man Greg Beck. He is the Daddy Rabbit. He'll check in with us coming from Phil's next year on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
The deals are heating up for Truck Month at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. Over 300 new Chevys to choose from, all with incredible savings. $11,000 off MSRP on 16 Silverado All-Star Crew Cabs. Check out the savings online at championjc.com. 16 Silverado Crew Cab, $33,685. 16 Track, $17,460. 16 Equinox, $21,615. 16 Traverse, $27,365. Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
We're back live with the Tom Thurman Sports Show. Look at this handsome devil right here. There's our man Greg back with us. And good morning, sir. How you doing?
I'm great, sir. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. We're glad you're here. And let me hit that magic button so we can get there. We go.
Oh, okay.
The kill button has been unkilled. He's
All right.
ready to roll. So
Now we're here.
I want to look over your shoulder here, right here. Look here in the back.
Yeah.
They're lined up already.
That's
so,
right.
There's the line, folks coming in here. We've only been open just a few minutes. And all right, paint the picture for us. You, man, as soon as you walk in here, you just smell the hickory smoke. And it is
Sure
awesome.
can.
Paint the picture.
Well, I think a lot of the flavor that we get comes from our process. And so just want to talk a little bit about how we do it and what our process is. For our pulled pork, we start with a Boston butt, which is the butt of the shoulder. And we smoke that for 14 and a half hours. Convection smoke, which seals in the moisture. It's just an unbelievable pit that we've got back there behind the building. So we use that to smoke all of our meats. We put the pork butt on there for 14 and a half hours, start it at night. It goes overnight, and it's ready in the morning. We take it off the smoker, tender and juicy, falling apart, falling off the bone, and we just pull it, get it sealed and ready to go for the day. We try most of the time what you're getting that day is what we pulled off the smoker that morning. So sometimes we do have to go into a reserve if we're real busy, but most days what you're eating when you come in here and get a pulled pork sandwich is the pork we pulled that morning.
There you go.
So it's fresh, it's tender and juicy, it's hickory smoke, so it's got great flavor to it. A lot of people come in, and as many sauces as we have, and our sauces are great, a lot of people come in and just eat the pork. They don't even need sauce on it. So, it's got great flavor. Our sauces are fantastic, and they really add to the experience. But like I said, for some people, they don't even need that. They just want to eat the meat and the bun.
We're here live again at Phil's Dream Pit. Our buddy Rob Cole just came in, park manager. Our next guest coming up. We're live here at Phil's again. It's the Quest for Perfect Barbecue right off Interstate 26. Eastern Star exit open Tuesday through Saturday. Again, the website is philsdreampit.com. Let me show you this picture again up here. That's the to-go order you can take with you when you leave here.
Yep.
And we're going to talk about the Dream Packs here in a second.
Sure.
You watched it last night. What'd you think? Tar Heels and Gonzaga.
Man, it was a great game, wasn't it? I mean, it was just a great battle back and forth. I felt like Roy Williams really showed a lot of people, he's one of those guys, kind of like Coach K. You either love him or hate him. I think he really showed what a coach he is. That the big kid from Gonzaga, he really owned South Carolina in the Final Four game. And in 2 days, with a 2-day turnaround, Roy Williams has such a great game plan to keep him stifled and to not let him get going. And, I felt like North Carolina just played really solid basketball. One of the guys on the broadcast said, this is not a top 5 greatest ever North Carolina team. And I agree with that. I don't think this is one of the greatest North Carolina teams we've ever seen. But a lot of heart, a lot of talented kids. The Joel Berry kid playing through injury for the last couple of games, he just played tough. Showed a lot of heart and commitment to what they're trying to do at North Carolina, and they came out with a victory. It was a great game. I really enjoyed watching it.
Two things going down the stretch. Goss put it on his shoulders, tried to will him to win. I think he rolled his ankle, and that certainly hurt him. But again, great defense against him. But I thought the big boy in the middle for Gonzaga disappeared in the last 8 or 9 minutes of the game, and should have went to him. I kept hearing the commentators saying, "Did he go in there?" He was out front a couple times, out around the foul, and I'm thinking, "You're 7'1", 330. Get your hiney down on the block."
He was hiding.
But he didn't.
He didn't want the ball. About 5 or 6 minutes left to go in the second half. He had the ball in the block, made a great turn to the hole, and had a look at a 2-foot layup and missed it. And when I saw that, I looked at my girlfriend and said, "He's done. He's out."
Yeah,
I mean, when you don't have the focus that it takes to hit a 2-foot layup, something's wrong.
In the national championship game.
In the national championship
or any game.
I mean, that ought to be a 10 out of 10 with your eyes closed kind of shot.
Great point. I mean, you should be able to make those in a playground pickup game, but
Absolutely.
he did not.
Absolutely. Something was in his head, and I think a lot of that has to do with the game plan, just how they defended him. They defended him really well. They defended as a team, which says a lot about them, and it says a lot about Coach Williams.
So Roy Williams now joins Jim Calhoun and Bobby Knight with 3 national championships. How about that? So this guy, you look at it too, in the paint, you made a great point. North Carolina outscores them 40-18 in the paint.
Yeah.
Even though they got out-rebounded.
That's your ball game right there.
There you go. That's your ball game. So North Carolina, it's a Southern thing back over here in the South, and that's what I'm all about. I'm all about that Southern thing. We're talking to our buddy Greg Beck. We're live here at Phil's Dream Pit. Tell me the meat by the pound. Actually, talk about the Dream Packs.
Okay.
Heading into the spring, folks on the move. May not be able to come in here and hang out here, but then get it to go. Tell me about the Dream Packs.
We can do Dream Packs. On the menu, we start with feeds 4. We go to feeds 6, feeds 8, feeds 10, feeds 12. Those are the most common. But we have groups call in. They want to order the meat and the sides, the buns and the sauce for 300. So our quantities, we can do the quantities for whatever your number is for however many people are getting together. So we just set that quantity based on how many pounds of meat that you need for however many people, what the quantity of the 3 sides that you're going to order, however that much is for whatever number you have, and we set all those quantities based on what you tell us when you call ahead. Then we box it up and have it ready to go when you pick it up, and it's great for we're kind of a little bit of ways away, but I you know how I am. I'm always thinking football season. It's great for tailgating. When you have a group that's getting together for some reason, it can't be here in the restaurant, but you want to get together. Come by here, a day ahead. You can pick it up cold and then heat it up yourself, or you can pick it up the day of, and we'll have it hot and ready to go.
There you go. Talking to Greg Beck. Look up there in the camera. Let him see you there.
Yes,
look at that old smile on face right there. He's a dandy. And before I let him go again, you look at what's the most popular. The 4-pack, the 6-pack, what's the most popular people come and get?
We definitely sell a lot of the feeds 4s. It's great for a family. When it's dad's turn to cook and he doesn't actually want to cook, he'll come here and don't tell anybody that, but he'll come here and let us cook. So we do a lot of feeds 4s for families, but when it comes to the weekends, when a lot of people are getting together, larger groups, we do a lot of the 8, the 10, and the 12. So we serve larger groups towards the weekend. Throughout the week, we serve a lot of feeds 4s at dinner time. So it's a great option when it's your turn to cook and you don't want to actually get in the kitchen and put something together. Just call us and we'll have it ready for you.
There you go. And that phone number is 349-6437. Again, you can find out everything you know by going to the website, philsdreampit.com. He turned me on to the beef brisket, and so now I'm a huge fan of the beef brisket.
Oh, man.
Last thing before I let you go, I know
Yes,
you're going to get back over. Tell me about the beef brisket.
So the beef brisket is a brisket flat, which is the cut that's kind of near the neck of the cow. Normally it's a really fatty kind of like prime rib. It's kind of a fatty cut of meat. We trim all that fat off so it's lean, it's tender and juicy when it's done smoking. We smoke it on that same smoker we were talking about earlier. We smoke it hickory smoke for about 4 to 6 hours. We wrap each one individually in aluminum foil towards the end so that seals in the moisture into the meat. I just cut a couple this morning, and the juice and the moisture is just running out of it when you cut it. So it's a very lean, very tender cut of meat. We season it before we start smoking it, and it comes out with just some great flavor. Great flavor.
Make a bulldog break his chain. I'm here today. It's good stuff.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you as always, big dog.
Thank you, sir.
Yep,
Appreciate
good man,
you.
right? Yep, love coming out here. Quick break. We'll be right back. Our next guest coming up. He's here. He's ready. We'll talk about Tony Romo, who's not here, but we'll talk to Rob Cole, who is here from Bays Mountain Park, coming up next here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show live at Phil's Dream Pit. Show number 492.
492.
Here. Oh, yeah.
That's awesome, Tom.
Oh, I love it. And they said it wouldn't work, and here we is going strong. We'll be right back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
The deals are heating up for Truck Month at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. Over 300 new Chevys to choose from, all with incredible savings. $11,000 off MSRP on 16 Silverado All-Star Crew Cabs. Check out the savings online at championjc.com. 16 Silverado Crew Cab, $33,685. 16 Track, $17,460. 16 Equinox, $21,615. 16 Traverse, $27,365. Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
At American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
We're back live again at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Again, good morning to you. We are live. Again, our show brought to you by Grenade, the vitamin-infused energy drink that you can find at Food City. Got 4 different flavors. Cole said, I'm taking this one with me. I said, that'll roll, that'll rock. There's lemon lime. We got pink grapefruit. We've got root beer, and we've got, what's the 4th one? I just went totally blank. I know they're getting ready to put white grape back into production. Lemon lime, pink grapefruit, root beer.
Gotta have a citrus in there, don't they?
I can't remember what the 4th one is. Went totally blank, and I need to know that, obviously. Lemon lime, pink grapefruit, root beer, and yep, brain burp. There you go. Anyway, it's the vitamin-infused energy drink, available buy one, get one free right now at all Food Cities. Soon to be renamed Grip, and so, but still the same. Some pretty cool marketing concept. Looks like a grenade.
Man, I love it.
And all you do is twist the lid off of it, and so it's good stuff. This is good stuff too. Our park manager from Bays Mountain Park, Rob Cole. We got lots to talk about. We'll talk a little North Carolina Tar Heels, talk some Cardinals. Your boys came out of the gate in a big time way. Got a big matchup tonight at Busch Stadium. Talk about that coming up in a minute. North Carolina, talk about the Tar Heels. Well, let's start with folks want to be interested in knowing rather. Inside today's Kingsport Times News, an article with your picture in it about lightning that started a fire up on Bays Mountain Park. Tell me about it.
Yeah, we've last Thursday we had a fire event that did damage to about 10-15 acres of land on the mountaintop, if you will, literally up on the ridge top, and we got lucky. It was just literally 10 to 15 acres. Quick response by the Kingsport City Fire Department, Sullivan West Volunteer Fire Department, and Tennessee Forestry Division. Man, what a job, what an effort to contain that as quickly as they did, particularly with the winds the way they were. Most likely, again, caused by lightning. There's no evidence of human cause that we or anyone else has seen to this point. No trails damaged. Skipped across the service road there where the cell towers are, and that's it. No damage to the trails at all. No loss of animal wildlife that we can find, but significantly singed acreage.
Now, educate me. You go through a fire like that up on Bays Mountain, so how long does it take for weeds to start growing, flowers to start growing, things start coming back?
Yeah,
typically?
this is going to be a months long process. I mean, we'll see. It didn't kill everything. It burned mainly what was already dead and down on the ground. So, we're going to see some green up in the trees in that area. We're going to see life spring back, and we may see it quicker than we anticipate. We do have a lot of obviously wildlife activity in the area, and sometimes that activity is what brings the right mixture there to help things spring back to life. But we've got a pretty decently singed area there that it's going to take a little time.
On the Rob Cole, Bays Mountain Park, we're live here at Phil's Dream Pit. Again, let me show you over his shoulder. We opened up at 11 o'clock. Is this place popular or what? There it is.
Oh,
they're still coming. And so we've only been open just a few minutes, so this place rocks. Of course, they were closed yesterday, and everybody's getting hungry to get in here and throw down some chow, and you're going to eat, aren't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Absolutely
going
to eat.
You ever seen me skip a meal?
Remember the story? He and I got cut off from an all-you-can-eat buffet once. So yes, old boy can throw down the grub, no question. So Tar Heels, Gonzaga. You watched it. What was your assessment last night of the boys bringing it back to the South? Tar Heels won it.
I watched the first half. Started with the second half, and man, it was difficult to watch. It just sloppy basketball, a lot of foul calls. I was disappointed that the refs didn't allow the players to play more. I know I've got a lot of friends who are referees that are going to disagree with me when I say this, but this game isn't about the quality of the officiating. This is a game that's about the quality of the calls, and you make those calls when you have to, and you let some of those things go and let the players decide the action. And I know there's different philosophies to that, but for me that was an extremely difficult game to watch. That way, slowed the pace down. You can't help but think, with 4 fouls on both sides, guys having to milk things the way they did. Coaches in specific, obviously. For me, it felt like that hurt Gonzaga more than it hurt North Carolina. But you know what? It's one of those deals where, you know, look, anything you put up there was not going to top what we saw last year. Last year was just fantastic. So, you know, congrats to the Tar Heels and Roy Williams and that fine academic institution, wink, wink. and you know, it's his third title. So,
third title, yeah.
You know, however you look at it, he's got talent, he's coached them up, and he's won. And can't take that away.
Nope, he's put himself on the same plateau as Bobby Knight and Jim Calhoun, with 3 national titles under his belt. We're talking again about Roy Williams. We're talking to Rob Cole, see on the screen, the park manager of Bays Mountain Park. We are live at a busy Phil's Dream Pit that is open at 11 o'clock, and they are rocking here, I can tell you that. And so that's good. It should be rocking because it's awesome food down this wall that you can't see. All these awards they've won, all these cook-offs and all these Battle of the Barbecue competitions they've won, and the ribs year after year after year. So there's a reason why this place is packed 20, 25 minutes into the show, because it's rocking in here, and they have great food, and I'm not the least bit surprised. In fact, I would have been surprised if it wasn't rocking, and it's still coming, and that's good stuff. And we're just got started. They're open until 7 o'clock tonight. We're here till 1 o'clock. We talked yesterday on the show. We were live at Bristol Motor Speedway, and one of the stories they had yesterday was the fact that North Carolina, with this NCAA academic fraud probe still hanging over top of the program, there is a chance, probably slim, but there is a chance that this championship last night could possibly be taken away from them by the NCAA, because they haven't dropped the hammer yet, and they have said, quote, we're going to drop the hammer. So the problem with that is the perpetrators and the guilty parties are long gone. That's the sad part. The guys who want to get punished are the guys now that had nothing to do with whatever happened, whether it's the coaches or the players. This happened several years back. None of the guys on the existing team, or Coach Williams, I don't think, was involved in the academic fraud probe. And it's not just football, it's or basketball, it's football too. So there is a chance, unfair that it sounds, that they could lose this title if the NCAA drops the hammer. You don't think they will, but and there's some say, nah, North Carolina's too big a school, too big a program to do that. But there's a 50-50 shot it may happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be regrettable that if that happens, that will happen. I'm still skeptical that it'll happen. You're looking at a blue blood. I remember, and I know there's precedent for it. It happens. Kentucky obviously went on probation back in the late 80s, early 90s, and I get that. But I always harken back to a good, nice little quote from former UNLV head coach Jerry Tarkanian, said that NCAA is so mad at Kentucky they slapped a 2-year probation on Cleveland State, I think it was. And that seems to be the way sometimes it works. You're talking about dollars and cents, and you've got a marketable blue blood program that has won another national title, and that's the NCAA benefits from that. So forgive my skepticism a little bit, but if they have to pull this one, that's I say you blame the NCAA at this point as much as you do at North Carolina. It's what we don't know. How does it, if any at all, affect anybody who's in the program now, in the athletic department now? What's what we don't know? What's slowing this thing down? Why have they not done anything yet? It didn't take them long to sniff things out and render a judgment on Tennessee and Southern Miss over Donnie Tyndall and that whole mess. I'm not trying to put those two on parallel situations. They're certainly different, but when you want to really dig in and work to come to a resolution, you will. If you don't, you won't.
Well put. We're talking to our buddy Rob Cole from Bays Mountain Park. Also announced with this morning, Tony Romo not going to be traded, not going to go anywhere. They're going to release him. He is getting ready to go up in the broadcast booth, and so Romo looks like he's done, not only with the Cowboys, but as a quarterback in the NFL. And I always kind of thought this may be where he's headed, because the guy's a good-looking guy. He's very articulate, well-spoken, looks good on camera. Ladies love him. He goes nuts, and so a lot of them slobber when they see him. So for that particular reason, I guess, if you're going after the female fan base, could be a chance to put him on there. And the fact that he knows what he's talking about. The guy's a pro quarterback. So anyway, story this afternoon, Tony Romo is gone. He will not be traded. He's going to be released by the Cowboys. He's going to go in the broadcast booth. So there you go.
What do you think? makes sense. I mean, he's marketable. He's obviously a well-liked individual. You know, I always enjoy the stories that come out. Occasionally you hear about athletes, and the one that's famous with him is obviously having pulled over and changed a flat tire for a stranded motorist. You know, those kinds of things play well. It's not just his abilities as a former quarterback. You know, he's got a good Q rating. People like him, and that's hard to find. And so you add that with the back injuries he's had, I think personally he's making a good move. You know, he's got a life to live well beyond the football field, and he's got obviously a career ahead of him and a little bit of a bidding war at that. So, you know, he's sitting in a pretty good position right now.
So are my boys. You've heard the news. The Raiders. My boys are going to Vegas. What do you think about that? Is that a good thing? And now Oakland has said they don't want them. The mayor said it. The fan base has said, we're not going to come out and support you. You guys are leaving us. We don't care if you ever play another game there. And so now Mark Davis has said, okay, we're going to go to possibly across the bay, the Levi Stadium, the 49ers. Owner Ned York said, okay, you can come over there and play. You can go to Cal Stadium, University of California Stadium, the Golden Bear Stadium. Even San Antonio said, hey, you can come play down there at San Antonio. And even UNLV, who has a small stadium, getting ready to build a new stadium, but they even said, hey, you can come play at our place. So the Raiders may be homeless. They may be playing at Bristol. They may be playing at DB. I don't know where they're going to play, but they're not wanted in Oakland. And I get that. The fan base, again, is, fan base is not going to buy the tickets. They're not going to come play. They're not come watch them play. There's no sense in staying, right?
It's all about revenue.
Yeah.
Got to have the bottom line, and I wouldn't blame the Raiders if they hightailed it on out and played at UNLV's stadium. Hey, why not?
You remember when Houston got ready to make the move to Nashville, and Houston said, see ya, we don't want you, we're not going to support you, and they ended up playing some of the games in Memphis, I think. So
sure did.
Before they came to Nashville. We're talking to Rob Cole, park manager at Bays Mountain Park. Again, we're live here at Phil's Dream Pit. This place is hopping. I love it. Lunchtime at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. There you see it again. And again, the website, philsdreampit.com. We'll talk more about the dream packs and get them to go 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, whatever you need. You can get them in increments of 4. We'll talk more about that coming up here in just a few minutes. What's going on up on the mountain right now? What's happening in Bays Mountain Park? Is spring finally beginning to spring a little bit?
Spring is absolutely springing, and this is the perfect time to be outdoors. It's not too hot. It's not cold. Whether you're hiking, mountain biking, jogging the trails, sightseeing, whether you're chasing birds or looking for wildflowers, this is just a great time to be at the park. It's comfortable outside. I mean, it's great. It's we're obviously busy on the weekends. The weekdays have proven to be just as busy here of late. People are, even though we didn't have a harsh winter, people are ready to get outdoors and get back to the green, and we're happy to see that. Of course, the planetarium is kicking in full swing as always. New show coming out April the 18th that'll focus on total eclipses, and we're going to see one of those coming up August 21st. So your visitors, if they enjoy our planetarium, they're going to want to see this one. This is one that we created, and it's going to be a blast. Our ropes course, our zip line, will begin operations again here soon. So that'll be another option. We're dusting that off, getting the inspections and the maintenance done on that, and of course we're already doing our barge rides out on the lake, nature programs. We're running as wide open as we can be without having every facility completely operational.
Again, can't beat it. $5 a carload for all you want to get in the car. Pile them in there and come on up on the mountain and check it out. They're open 7 days a week. We'll get into that coming up here in just a minute. So the barge rides are there. The hiking is there. Mountain biking is there. If you just want to come up there and grab one of these dream packs and come up here and sit at the park bench, picnic table, and just chill out, that's available too. A lot of folks do that, don't they?
That's right. Sure do. Because we're a nature preserve, we obviously we don't allow grilling at the park. So the next best option obviously is to bring something to the park, and these dream packs, we see people bring them up here on the weekends, late afternoons. Maybe they're coming after work, getting in a little breather. We are open late now, which means we're open till 8 p.m. daily. So it's time to do that. Time to just relax and unwind. And yes, I can't imagine a better compliment to a visit than these Dream Packs.
Coming up, we're going to be hearing from NASCAR driver Chase Elliott, also NASCAR owner Roger Penske. Brad Keselowski brought home the checkers yesterday, or rather Sunday. He's now tied with Ricky Rudd on the all-time wins list, which is not bad. Moving right up the list again, the all-time winningest drivers in NASCAR in the Cup Series. So we'll hear from Chase Elliott, obviously winning the truck race and finishing, third? Again, if I'm correct, I got to go back and look, but he won the truck race in Martinsville and had a top 5 finish in the truck series. And of course, one of the guys that everybody's kind of pinning their hopes on is not really the future. I think it's the present. He's here. Everybody keeps saying he and Ryan Blaney and just went totally blank. Who's the other one? Who's the other young pup? Kyle Larson are the future of NASCAR. I think they're the present.
Austin
I think they're
Dillon
here. I don't think you have
finish.
to wait. I think they're here.
Yeah, I think so too.
So anyway, we'll hear from Chase Elliott coming up here in a few minutes. Okay, here we go. Big T, who won that opening night against the Cubs? I don't know, Rob. Who? My Cardinals. Opens you up. Go.
Hey, we're just reporting facts here.
Yes.
I mean, that's all. We're just reporting facts, and it's a good start. It's one game.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun anytime a Cardinals fan can watch his team beat the Cubs. That's that's just got to be one of the funnest rivalries in baseball. It as great as the Cubs did last year, nobody can deny what an amazing season they had. Obviously, especially if you're in Chicago after the drought you had, that was just a magical season. It was great for baseball, by the way. Even with all that, last year the season series wasn't decided until their 19th and final game between the two teams, with Chicago taking the upper hand 10-9, if I remember correctly. So that's the kind of rivalry you've got, and to start off the season with it is a lot of fun. Big game tonight. Arrieta obviously on the mound is I don't know what's funner, watching him pitch or watching him hit. Man, he just tries to take the cover off the ball, and usually in this day and age where you fear of oblique strains and things of that nature, you usually don't see pitchers swinging from the ankles like Bumgarner and Arrieta do, and sometimes Wainwright. It's a lot of fun to watch.
So tonight it's Jake Arrieta for the Cubs and Adam Wainwright for the Cardinals at Busch Stadium. So that's going to be a heck of a matchup. And again, for as good as those two teams played the other night, even the Padre announcers, they said yesterday, I was watching some of the highlights, he said, God, we're awful. And this was the Padres announcers, which I'm sure the Padres management didn't appreciate, but they just, Kershaw just handcuffed and put on the show at Dodger Stadium. Then the Braves going to New York, and Thor put on the show. Noah Syndergaard really outdueled Julio Teheran and shut out the Braves 6-0. So, and you got Trumbo hitting that 11th inning home run for the Orioles to beat the Blue Jays in the American League. So it's interesting. By the way, Detroit got rained out yesterday in Chicago, so Daniel Norris third in the rotation. They'll start back today. Justin Verlander starts for Detroit today. So I guess he could still pitch either Thursday or Friday. He's number 3 in the rotation. And so I think Anibal Sanchez number 2, Norris is number 3 from Johnson City. So he'll either get the getaway game against Chicago or he'll get the opening game, home opener for Friday night against the Red Sox in Detroit. So either way, Daniel Norris pitches Thursday against Chicago in the getaway game, or Friday night against the Bo Sox coming to town, who put on a show against the Pittsburgh Pirates yesterday.
Yeah.
Rick Porcello looked pretty strong for opening day for the Red Sox. So
good, didn't he?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great season, with the exception of my boy up there, Scott Feldman. 8 pitches into the season, he unloads a tater to the old boy, Cesar Hernandez. Hammers one out the 8th pitch of the season for the Phillies, and they go on to win the ball over the Reds. I'm thinking, oh me, oh my. So
it's an ominous start.
Stop it. Oh, he didn't like the Reds. That's my boy. He said, bring them on, T. He said, they can't play dead. Bring them on. So anyway, Cardinals and the Cubbies again, round 2 tonight. His team, Wainwright, and the Cardinals against the Cubbies at Busch Stadium. Last thing, again, looking for volunteers, always looking for folks to come up and help at the park. The zip line needs volunteers. Everybody, different parts and facets of Bays Mountain Park needs help and some volunteers. And how can we do that?
Yeah, just give us a call at 423-229-9447. we'll be glad to give you more information on how to do that, or go to our website, www.baysmountain.com. Resources are found there, or just come visit, pick up a volunteer application. We'll try to, as best we can, to help you find your niche, if you will. Every volunteering spot up there isn't for everybody, but I guarantee we've got some place we can use everybody. A lot of needs. A park like ours can't successfully operate without the help of the many volunteers we do have, and so we're thankful for them, and we look forward to having new volunteers all the time. There's trail maintenance, like you mentioned. There's the zip line. We always need people to help catch at the zip line, and obviously there's training that goes with many of these volunteer opportunities, or all. And so pop in. We could use your help.
Last thing, almost forgot, the coolest thing I think all year round is the summer camps right around the corner, and kids get down the creek and chase salamanders and do all kinds of cool stuff with summer camp, which is right around the corner.
Yeah.
Give us the website and how we can find out how much it costs and what age groups are coming, and tell us about summer camp at Bays Mountain Park.
Yeah. Again, this is one of the, for years we've done the summer camp, and it's always a blast. We're servicing 2 age groups. One is for kids who are entering 1st through 3rd grade this coming fall. The other one for students entering 4th through 6th grade. Always a blast, a week-long camp full of fun, learning, outdoor exploration, and yes, they will get dirty. We'll do a little aquatic exploration, if you will, in the creek. We'll also get the dip nets out and dip them into the lake and see what critters we can find that way. It's just a blast. Again, it's a week-long camp full of activities and learning. $60 per child if you're already a park member. If you're not a park member yet, all we require is the purchase of a family park membership, which is just an additional extra $35, and that membership is good for the entire year. Get you free entry into the park and free programs with every visit. So you're looking at a total of $95 per child. If you're not a park member already, a maximum out of pocket of $95 per child to attend the camp. So we feel like it's a great bargain. Again, it's been a successful program for years now. We're now seeing attendees send their kids to us for summer day camp, and that's extraordinarily humbling and flattering, and we hope we always continue to put a shine on and give families a reason to come back.
There you go. Park Manager of Bays Mountain Park, Rob Cole. Appreciate you stopping by, big guy. And good luck tonight to you and the Cardinals and Wainwright against Arietta. And so should be a good one tonight at Busch Stadium. I dare say at some point I'll call you up tonight. You'll be dialed in front of the tube watching your boys at Busch Stadium.
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
And you won't answer the phone, and I don't blame you. So, hey, T. Can't talk. Got you. Understand. So, appreciate you.
Hey, appreciate Big T.
Good man right there. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. We'll hear from Chase Elliott, again, the NASCAR driver, as we're live here at Phil's Dream Pit. Again, the quest for perfect barbecue on the road. Tomorrow will be at Chick-fil-A at the Crossings at North Johnson City. Thursday will be at Champion Chevrolet. And Friday will be at a food city near you, as we're in show number 492. We're 8 away from the coveted number 500 show, and they said it wouldn't work. We're going strong because we're at places like Phil's Dream Pit. Right back after this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear, such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447. If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We're live at Phil's Dream Pit. Hey, don't forget, you want to win some tickets to go to Bristol. We're doing it. Again, a family 4-pack. You see on the screen, all you got to do is, again, go to that website, TomTaylorSports.com/contest, and win yourself a family 4-pack. We're giving away tickets to Jennifer Carr of Elizabethton, Deanna Jilton of Johnson City. Last week it was, there it is on the screen, Jimmy Conkin of Fall Branch. And all you got to do is go to TomTaylorSports.com/contest to enter. And again, we're going to be giving away, thank you, sir, family 4-packs. Again, to the racing. We are 18 days away from the doubleheader. The Auto Zombie 125 and the Fitzgerald Auto Kit 300, the Xfinity Series of NASCAR at Bristol Motor Speedway. Tickets are on sale, of course, and you can go to 423 Bristol or go to BristolTix.com. Don't forget, Friday, Bush's Beans Pole Day. Kids get in free on Friday and on Saturday, so you can't beat it. And so if you get a chance, get on the horn, and as we said, or get, in this case, get on the internet. Go to TomTaylorSports.com/contest, and again, get qualified. Folks have been doing it. We'll pull another winner this coming Friday. Could be you, but it won't be unless you get your name in the bucket. And so get qualified. Again, thanks to Rob Cole for stopping by and hanging out with us. Again, our good buddy Cole, and he's over, what'd you get? Pulled pork, beans. What else you get, big guy? Barbecue chips, pulled pork, beans. Nice, he says. I told him to sit on that side of the table so that way they can't see, because you won't see much. There won't be much talking. Be some grunting and that fork and a whirligig motion. So I said, get over there so the camera won't see him. Oh, yeah, he says. Oh, he is a happy man. So was a young man who did pretty good the other day. Let's check in with, again, NASCAR driver Chase Elliott, who finished third in Martinsville, heading off to the O'Reilly Auto Parts race coming up on Sunday at Texas Motor Speedway, one of the sister tracks of Bristol Motor Speedway. And, of course, the winner is my boy from a year ago, Rowdy. Kyle Busch wins it last year. He'll go back and defend his crown. Chase Elliott's got a head of steam, and let's see what he has to say about finishing third over the weekend in Martinsville. Here is Chase Elliott on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
For me, at this place, I was way much improved than I've ever been here in the past, which I thought was great. And, this is such an important race, especially when you come back here in the fall. It's not a place that you can just get by with running bad and life, expect to just go on in the playoffs if you're a part of it. So I was really proud of our improvements this weekend. I hope that it wasn't just a fluke deal, and we didn't just get lucky today and run good. I really hope that we've found something, or I have found something at this track that will end some more consistent, finishes that are further towards the front.
And that's Chase Elliott talking about finishing third at Martinsville Speedway. The paperclip, as you heard him say, it's going to be good to get back in there in the fall after doing so well finishing third in the spring. There's something to build on in the fall and to get back in there for the second round of racing at Martinsville Speedway. Let's switch gears, talk a little football. As we told you earlier, Tony Romo, announcing today, Romo is not going to go to another NFL team. Tony Romo, in fact, after 14 seasons in Dallas, will not be traded or released, but he instead will retire because he has a date with the broadcast booth. Big buddies with Jason Witten from Elizabethton, but Tony Romo has said he will walk away just a few weeks before his 37th birthday, and so he's going to retire. He will not be traded or released. He's going to walk away from the team and again get into the broadcast booth. That was announced early this morning for the for the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, Tony Romo. College football, let's take a look. Let's do one more story. Speaking of the Cowboys, what's this guy thinking? Have you heard this, Rob, about Jerry Jones? After years of trying to get the NFL to overturn its marijuana policy, the National Football League Players Association might finally have someone in its corner who can actually make it happen. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones, he and the NFL's 31 other owners held a private meeting at the annual league meeting in Phoenix last week. And during that meeting, Jones told the other owners he wants the NFL to drop its ban on marijuana use. Where do you go with this? Jerry Jones says he wants to drop the ban on smoke and dope for the NFL players. God. Jones, already one of the most powerful owners of the National Football League, probably just became the most popular among the players with that statement, of course. Of course, they're doing it. Everybody knows they're doing it. Most of them are doing it. Not everybody, but most of them are. But despite the fact that Jones wants the marijuana policy to change, apparently he was reminded by his fellow owners that a change won't be coming anytime soon because it's something that would have to be collectively bargained. I don't get it, but why would you want that? But anyway, that opens up a whole new can of worms. I, for one, think it's ridiculous, and I think it's nuts. But Jerry Jones says he wants to lead the charge to drop the ban on smoke and dope for the National Football League players. College football, Tennessee has agreed to open up a home and away series with the Oklahoma Sooners starting in 2020 in Norman and 2024 in Knoxville. Under the agreement announced Monday, Tennessee will visit Oklahoma in 2020. Oklahoma will come play in Neyland Stadium in 2024. And so Oklahoma beat Tennessee 34-10 in 2014 and then 31-24 in that controversial game in Knoxville 2 years ago. So anyway, they've agreed, said, yep, we're going to be doing it. And so Tennessee and Oklahoma have restarted the rivalry. It'll be coming up in 2020 and 2024. What else happening in college football again on this Tuesday? Let's run down some other stories. How about the big news coming out of Blacksburg? They have given a contract extension to Justin Fuente, the head coach of the Virginia Tech Hokies. Coach Fuente's first season at Virginia Tech, Hokies advanced the ACC championship game. He earned consensus ACC Coach of the Year honors. Yesterday, the school rewarded Fuente with a contract extension. Will keep him in Blacksburg through 2023 with a pay raise, of course. Hokies won 10 games in 2016. End of the year ranked 16th in the country. Their highest finish in the polls since 2010. Fuente joins men's basketball coach Buzz Williams as Virginia Tech coaches with long-term contracts. Williams also under contract to be the men's coach in basketball at Virginia Tech through the 22-23 season. Pro football news, Adrian Peterson had a little visit at the Patriots camp yesterday, but no contract has been decided upon. For whatever reason, everybody's backing away from this guy, including my guys. The Raiders don't seem to want Adrian Peterson after all. Big name, receiving a lot more attention in the free agent market than your average 30-year-old running back coming off a meniscus injury. So, again, the Raiders appear to be more interested in retired Marshawn Lynch. The Giants won't rule him out. The Buccaneers said they're not interested. And now he visited the Patriots camp yesterday, hoping Belichick and Robert Kraft will do something with him. And so far, nothing there. So we'll keep an eye on for Adrian Peterson. But, again, one of the all-time greats of the National Football League. Injury-prone over the last couple of years and can't find a home. How about this story coming out of Tuscaloosa? Now, if you're Deshaun Watson, you beat Alabama in the national championship game. Deshaun goes into a bar in Tuscaloosa. Have you seen this story? Okay, what's this guy thinking? Or what's he smoking? Or what's he drinking? Anyway, Watson goes into a bar in Tuscaloosa over the weekend and asks him to leave. Now, this is the guy who beat Alabama in the national championship. Number one, why are you in Tuscaloosa? Okay, that'd be my first $100,000 question. Why would I be there? And number two, what would I expect to go into a bar in Tuscaloosa and be looking for a drink or looking to be hanging out with the boys, and he gets asked to leave, and now he's upset. There's been some that's talked from a racial standpoint. Anyway, the bar issues a statement making it clear it had nothing to do with Deshaun Watson leaving the bar. He was asked to leave with several of the patrons in the bar. So again, $100,000 question, why is he there? Yes, he has a right to be there, but why would you go to a bar in the town in which you beat that team in the national championship? Yeah, so anyway, again, as the story goes, what was he doing in Tuscaloosa in the first place? So there's part of the story is he was just in town to remind all the Alabama fans he just beat the Tide in the title game. It's like, I one-upped you, now I'd like to have a cold adult beverage, and they said, no, we want you to leave, and so he did. And so anyway, not sure why he was, well, I do know why he was there. He was kind of pushing the point. Buccaneer football continues today. Spring practice, it'll be practice number, 13 today for the Buccaneers of East Tennessee State. Coach Carl Torbush and the Bucs. We'll have him on the show later on this week. ETSU football family state of the program this coming Saturday, located inside the Humphreys Center, inside the Dome. It's open to all former players, coaches, cheerleaders, and support staff. That's going to be coming up then. Also, the spring game coming up on Saturday at noon at Kermit-Tipton Stadium on the campus of Science Hill. And so spring practice concludes on Saturday with the Blue Gold game. That'll be coming up at 2 o'clock, or rather at noon, I should say, at Kermit-Tipton Stadium in Johnson City for the Buccaneers, wrapping things up spring practice 2017. Hello, sir. How are you? Yeah, I'm going to give you a plug. You want to sit here and plug right here? Come on over and sit down. Sit right here. Oh, no. Sit right here. This is one of the good guys. I know, and I got to get a hold of you. I got to get a hold of you. We got to do that, yes. You want to talk? You're more than welcome to talk. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, sir. I will be in touch. Again, Englewood Lawn and Landscaping. He said he wants to be on the show, and we will take care of that. All right. Other news. Texas A&M, Kevin Sumlin under the gun. You look under CBS Sports in NCAA football, top 5 coaches in the hot spot. They got a picture of Butch Jones. They got a picture of Kevin Sumlin. Sumlin gets a vote of confidence from his administration. And so, which is not always a good thing when you get that can also be the kiss of death. Ask Notre Dame's Brian Kelly and Auburn's Gus Malzahn. They've also, although Malzahn got things turned around for Auburn. But anyway, Kevin Sumlin, again, 44-21. Career mark at Texas A&M means he's won 2 out of every 3 games, which is good on paper. However, they continue to have regular late season tumbles. November's been a dreadful month for the Aggies every year. But again, stepping up to the plate is the administration, and his president/chancellor says he's okay. Kevin Sumlin's got a vote of confidence from athletic director Scott Woodward, and the president at Texas A&M said, go do your job, you're okay. So we'll see, because that's not who really drives the bus. Who drives the bus, Rob Cole? The guys that sign the checks. The donors drive the bus. So if the donors ain't happy and the money dries up, I don't care what the AD says. So anyway, Kevin Sumlin for now, he's okay. Vote of confidence from his administration at Texas A&M. It's the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're broadcasting live at Phil's Dream Pit. Coming up, we're going to be hearing from Roger Penske, again, the NASCAR owner, that his team did something that Ford and Penske Motorsports has not done in a long time at Martinsville Speedway, and we'll tell you all about that coming up here in a few minutes. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll jump in and talk a little NASCAR, again, as we are working our way through a beautiful, beautiful Tuesday. We're on the road live again at Phil's Dream Pit, and let me show you again one more time on the camera. Look there. They're still in line. They're still coming. And Rob Cole's over here. He ain't even looked up. I was going to ask him to say something. He just kept saying, He's liking it. His pulled pork, his baked beans, his barbecue chips. What you got? Iced tea? No. Coke? A little Coke action? He's throwing it down over here, my man Cole. Ice cold Coca-Cola. You got a quick break. We'll be right back. We're live at Phil's Dream Pit. right off the Eastern Star exit of I-26. Show number 492 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
Back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. If you want to go to Bristol and win tickets to go to Bristol Motor Speedway, here's how you do it. Go to TomTaylorSports.com/contest. We've given away family 4-packs to Jennifer Carr of Elizabethton, to Deanna Jilton of Johnson City, and last week we pulled the name of Jimmy Conklin of Fall Branch. There it is right there on the screen. All you got to do is go to TomTaylorSports.com/contest, and there you be. We're getting ever so close. Can't wait to be up on the high banks of Bristol. 16th year of being the track announcer is going to be a lot of fun because Goldberg's coming to town again. Get a chance to interview Bill Goldberg, who got smacked around the other night in the WWE. Woo! He got pummeled 2 or 3 times. Him and my boy Brock, they came out of the ring and they actually got down around the cameras and they dove into each other and chairs were flying, all kinds of stuff. So Goldberg's coming to town again. He's going to be here again, wrestling legend Bill Goldberg serving as the honorary Chevrolet pace car driver for the Food City 500 coming up in 19 days. Goldberg served as host of Bristol's fan favorite driver intros over the last 2 April race weekends. Also, Goldberg will participate in pre-race ceremonies. He'll do a lot of fan meet and greets and serve as a host for Colossus TV. Got to tell you the story. A couple of years ago, he was standing beside me before driver intros. He said, "You're a pretty big guy. It's a true story. And I said, okay, Goldberg, how you doing? He said, you're a pretty big guy. I said, well, okay. He said, I could take you. And I was like, okay, whatever. I hope you could, because I'm just a ninny. I hope you could. But anyway, he's a piece of work. If you want, he was backing down. He knew. I said, climb that ladder. I said, don't let two things stop you, fear and common sense. Climb that ladder. Yeah, right. Anyway, here you at your local Food City for a little while longer. There's your tickets for Bristol. You can buy them at $50 for general admission coming out of Turn 2 in the Kawicki section. In fact, there's even the map we're going to be setting. If you know anything about Bristol Motor Speedway, adult tickets are $50. Kids tickets are $10. There you go. And again, coming out of Turn 2 as you head down the backstretch of the world's fastest half mile. And so, again, if you would want to get those tickets, just go to your local Food City. They got them on sale for a limited time longer. Let's see, through April the 18th. So you got, what, 2 more weeks from today. 2 weeks from today, you can still get your tickets to the 21st anniversary of the Food City 500 at Bristol Motor Speedway. So, again, be sure and do that. And you can get them for $50 for general admission. Now you're in that one particular section, but there are no bad seats at Bristol Motor Speedway. And so you're on the coming out of Turn 2, opening up the backstretch of the world's fastest half mile, and great seats in the Kawicki section. $50, and they've been selling them like hotcakes at Food City. And of course, you can go and simply call 423-BRISTOL or go to BristolTix.com and get them to the Speedway. And you can get season tickets, you can get Saturday tickets, you can get Sunday tickets, you get tickets for, the best way to go is for a $149 ticket. You can get, 1,575 laps of racing at the world's fastest half mile. Get everything going on in the spring, the Food City 500. Of course, the doubleheader on Saturday with the Auto Zombie 125, the Fitzgerald Kits 300 for the Xfinity Series. And then, of course, in the fall, you get the Food City 300 on Friday night and the toughest ticket in NASCAR. They've been selling tickets for the Bass Pro Shop NRA night race already for the fall racing in Bristol. And so, going to be a lot of fun. Of course, Carl Edwards won the spring race. He's gone. We'll crown a new champion for the Food City 500. And Kevin Harvick brought home the checkers in the fall race. So, a lot of fun. Tickets going on sale right now. And again, don't forget, if you want to go through Food City and get these tickets for a limited time, again, through April the 18th, again, $50 ticket for adults and $10 ticket for the little people, 12 and under. Also, a big thank you to Bristol Motor Speedway. I don't know if you've heard this, but the folks that lost their homes in Gatlinburg due to the wildfires back last fall, Bristol Motor Speedway is giving 4 tickets to each family who lost their homes. Is that not cool? That's cool. That's awesome. We've been talking about that, and I just think it's, as Jerry says, Jerry Caldwell, the Executive Vice President and General Manager, says, quote, we want to do something nice for those folks that hopefully will help brighten their day. It's incredible to see the outpouring of support from the region. We want to do our part to show our neighbors that we care, and so they're giving each family that lost their homes in Gatlinburg 4 race tickets to come to the Food City 500, which I think is awesome. Hey, don't forget also coming up Thursday night, 2 nights from tonight, Street Fights number 2 at Bristol Dragway. Gates open at 5 o'clock. Racing starts at 6, ends at 10 o'clock. So if you're interested in taking your vehicle up at Bristol Dragway, Street Fights number 2 this coming Thursday night at 5 o'clock at Bristol Dragway, which is pretty cool to say the least. Next stop again for the Cup Series will be this weekend at Texas Motor Speedway. Stage racing, end of 85 laps, end of Stage 1. Stage 2, 170th lap will stop Stage 2, and of course 334 laps will be wrapping up the O'Reilly Auto Parts race at Texas Motor Speedway. My man Kyle Busch is the defending champ of that race, and so those are the stages. Of course, next weekend is a week off for the NASCAR Series for Easter, which I think is awesome. And then you come right back, of course, coming up in a couple of weeks for the racing at Bristol Motor Speedway. Can't wait to be there and hang out with the boys of Bristol Motor Speedway, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and looking forward to it. Here are the points right now heading to Texas. As we told you, the top 10 in points. Kyle Larson leads Chase Elliott by only 4 points right now. Then comes Martin Truex Jr., Brad Keselowski, and Joey Logano. The 2 Penske drivers are 4th and 5th respectively. Then comes Kyle Busch, Ryan Blaney, Clint Boyer, Jamie McMurray, and Kevin Harvick are the top 10 right now in points as they head into Texas Motor Speedway in the O'Reilly Auto Parts race coming up again on Sunday. In the wins column, the only duplicate winner is Brad Keselowski's got 2. Kyle Larson, Martin Truex Jr., Ryan Newman, and Kurt Busch all have 1 win apiece so far in the season. And in the stage wins, which was very, very important, Martin Truex Jr. leads the stage wins with 4. Then you have with 3 is Kevin Harvick, and with 2 is Chase Elliott. So that's your standings heading off to Texas this weekend. Again, your top 5, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Martin Truex Jr., Brad Keselowski, and Joey Logano are your top 5 in points. As promised, here is NASCAR owner ready to hear from Roger Penske. Again, Brad Keselowski, his driver, brought home the checkers on Sunday for the STP 500, took home a grandfather clock, the number 2 Miller Lite Ford, of course, and Roger Penske, the owner. So right now, as they head to Texas, he sees a solid start to his 2 drivers. You have, as we said, currently Brad Keselowski 4th in points, Joey Logano 5th in points, and of course, Roger Penske talking about winning for his team and winning for Ford, something that hasn't happened in a long time at Martinsville Speedway. Here's NASCAR owner Roger Penske on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
I think they said the last time they won was in 2002, and our last win was with Rusty Wallace in 2004. And I think this was our 1,000th start in NASCAR. So when you put all that together, it's a great day. And certainly, you know, the duel between the 18 and the 2 was clean. It was good racing. And, you know, I think it was a real credit to Paul for adjusting the cars. The track changed and picked up rubber. And obviously the temperatures went down. Those were things you had to take into consideration. And I didn't see, I sat up near the top and watched it. I didn't see Brad make a mistake all day. So it was a flawless effort, and certainly the speeding on pit lane. I wonder why we seem to be the king of that, too. We have to figure that out. But, you know, overall it was something that you can dream of.
Again, Roger Penske talking about winning for Ford and also winning their 1,000th start, Penske Motorsports. And again, bringing home the checkers Sunday for Brad Keselowski. Look right there again on the camera. They're still coming. We're just now into lunchtime. This place is rocking. Always does. The quest for perfect barbecue. We're live here again at Phil's Dream Pit. Again, they are located right off of Interstate 26, the Eastern Star exit. There it is, Phil's Dream Pit. Again, the Dream Packs. Check this out. Of course, you can get one of these, and I don't expect you to be able to read this, but here is the Dream Packs. And again, you can get the pork. You can feed a group or a family of 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, whatever you need. So, for example, the beef brisket that feeds 4, you get a pound of beef brisket, bread, barbecue sauce, and 3 side pints. And the sides would include slaw, beans, tater salad, macaroni salad. That's the sides that are offered here again at Phil's Dream Pit. That would be the brisket Feed 4 Dream Pack. These are packs to go if you're on the move and heading off to wherever you're heading and want to have a big time and have a big time doing it, whether it's going to a ball game or for whatever reason, you got to have a Dream Pack to go. This is the way to go. Again, these guys are open Tuesday through Saturday. I love coming out here, one of our great sponsors on the show. 4, 8, 10, 12. You need enough for 16, 18, whatever. It's increments of 4. Also for the pork. Feeds 4, the Dream Pack, $24.99. You couldn't make it for that. A pound of pork, pulled pork, smoked hickory smoked pulled pork falling off the bone, 4 buns, barbecue sauce, and 3 side pints of your choice. Again, that's the Dream Pack of pork that feeds 4 here at Phil's Dream Pit. And again, check them out at philsdreampit.com. And there again is the picture. One more time, the quest for perfect barbecue at Phil's Dream Pit, philsdreampit.com. Tom Taylor Sports Show. Let's run down the all-time wins right now amongst active drivers. We told you about Keselowski now tying Ricky Rudd in the all-time wins list. Jimmy Johnson with 80 leads all active drivers. Kyle Busch and Matt Kenseth currently tied with 38 wins apiece. Kevin Harvick nipping at his heels with 35. Then you have Denny Hamlin and Kurt Busch tied with 29 wins apiece. Dale Jr. with 26 wins. He's currently tied with Hall of Famer Fred Lorenzo. And so he has 26 wins under his belt. As we told you, Brad Keselowski with his 23rd career win now is tied with Ricky Rudd in the all-time wins list. And then other active drivers, Ryan Newman's got 18 wins. Casey Kane and Joey Logano with 17 wins apiece. You got Clint Boyer with 8, Martin Truex Jr. with 8, and Jamie McMurray with 7 career wins. So that's your active drivers right now as far as who's doing well. And again, you got Jimmy Johnson with 80, Kyle Busch, Matt Kenseth with 38 apiece, Kevin Harvick with 35, and Denny Hamlin, Kurt Busch, 29 apiece, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. with 26. That's the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 active drivers right now in NASCAR as they head off to Texas this weekend for the O'Reilly Auto Parts. And, of course, back in here in 2 weeks It's not that far away, folks. Again, the April 23rd Food City 500. You're 19 days away from racing at the world's fastest half mile. Quick break. We'll come right back. One and Done has hit the Kentucky Wildcat basketball team again. John Calipari announcing one of his youngsters leaving school, heading out. The One and Done continues at Kentucky. We'll tell you who's leaving right after this. We're live at Phil's Dream Pit on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology has just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here are the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance. We follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your One and Done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400, your One and Done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitats, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
And back at Phil's Dream Pit again, the show continues here, the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 492. Thanks for being with us. Take a look at some college basketball news. First off, Patrick Ewing, longtime Georgetown Hoya, helped build that into a national basketball powerhouse as a player back in the 1980s. Again, Ewing hired to try and turn that team around, that program around, as he is named yesterday as the head basketball coach for the Georgetown Hoyas. Georgetown called Ewing the greatest men's basketball player to ever don the blue and gray. Led the Hoyas to the school's only national championship in 1984. Now takes over the son of the man who coached John at Georgetown and coached him, John Thompson III, the son of Big John Thompson, fired last month after consecutive losing seasons, so he's gone. And so, again, Patrick Ewing is now the head coach for the Georgetown Hoyas. Again, the departure continues. A one-and-done Kentucky freshman De'Aaron Fox announcing yesterday leaving the Kentucky program. He'll enter the NBA draft. He'll hire an agent, become one of the first of several Wildcat underclassmen who could leave after reaching the Elite Eight this season. It continues to be a revolving door. Some folks don't agree with that. How do you stop it? I mean, you have that kind of money lured out in front of these kids, and I mean, if I can leave school and, forego my eligibility and, knock down $3 or $4 million a year playing basketball, pretty tough to walk away from. It sounds easy. Well, I wouldn't do that. Well, you got that kind of money laying out there in front of you. It's a one-shot deal, one-trick pony. Kind of tough not to walk away from it. But anyway, that's what's going on with De'Aaron Fox, again, leaving the Kentucky basketball team. Duke lost 4 last week. 4 guys announced, including Jason Tatum. Their big freshman said he's leaving to go to the NBA. So De'Aaron Fox may be the first of many are going to be saying they're parting Kentucky for head coach John Calipari. Hey, a big shout-out hello to Jordan Lane and also Natalie Mitchell watching the show, Alicia Phelps and Barry Brickey and Corey Martin, and also one of our great sponsors got us on over Blue Lizard. Again, the sunscreen with the 100% money-back guaranteed goes all over the country. It's made right here in the Tri-Cities and South Johnson City. Blue Lizard sunscreen, again, 5 different sunscreens to use, and today would probably be a Blue Lizard day. What's cool about Blue Lizard, you put the tube out in the sun, and when there's enough UV rays, which are harmful to our skin, are strong enough, the cap turns blue to let you know you got to put on some Blue Lizard. Plus, folks say it's a waterproof. Blue Lizard lasts whether you're fishing or swimming up to 80 minutes before you have to reapply. That doesn't last all day. Nothing will stay on all day. But again, Blue Lizard, good for 80 minutes at a time. So yes, it does stay on in water, whether you're swimming or fishing or whatever. So Blue Lizard, again, one of our great sponsors. Hello to the folks there in South Johnson City's got us on, and we appreciate that very much. Again, we are live here at Phil's Dream Pit. Tomorrow we're going to be at Chick-fil-A, The Crossings in North Johnson City. Every Thursday, we're at the #1 Chevy dealership in the entire state, Champion Chevrolet. We'll be there in the showroom on Thursday. Then on Friday, we'll be out on the road at Food City. So we're out everywhere, all over the place. And so today we're at Phil's Dream Pit here, again, at the Eastern Star exit of Interstate 26. And we appreciate that very much. So good stuff. Something else, it's springtime because this weekend, the Masters, again at Augusta, Georgia, will be starting on Thursday and running through Sunday. Front runners to win the thing. Of course, he won it back in 2015, Jordan Spieth. Also, Jason Day, Justin Rose, Dustin Johnson, some of the guys that are you feel like going to be in and around the top when it's all said and done, putting on the green jacket for the 81st Masters tournament starting this weekend in Augusta, Georgia. So, Dustin Johnson, only 32, Justin Rose, 36, Jason Day, 29, and Jordan Spieth, only 23, making his 3rd Master appearance. Day will be in his number 6. Justin Rose, at 36 years old, his 11th Masters appearance starting on Thursday. And again, Dustin Johnson, his 7th Masters appearance. So, again, it starts this coming Thursday, and again, cool stuff. That's the Masters, and that tells you spring is definitely here. We start talking about the Masters Golf Tournament in Augusta, Georgia. If you're a hockey fan, let's run these down for you from yesterday. The National Hockey League on the ice, Toronto skates past Buffalo 4-2. The Red Wings over Ottawa 5-4. And Montreal, the Canadiens, skate past Florida 4-1 in the National Hockey League. NBA last night, only one game in the NBA. It was Minnesota over Portland, 110-109. Again, in basketball action from last night in the NBA. And, of course, we'll take a break and run down the Major League Baseball schedule and the NBA coming up for you, and also high school baseball and softball. It's a busy day for that coming up. And a lot of them got rained out yesterday, and more rain coming tomorrow, more storms coming tomorrow, including our game we had last night was going to be Elizabeth and the Happy Valley. That's been rescheduled for tomorrow, weather permitting. And so we will talk more about that. Elizabeth and out of the gate in a big-time way, 6-2. The Lady Cyclone softball team, 11-1. They're having a heck of a start for Coach Harden. So, again, NBA tonight. Let's run those down for you. Who's playing where? Busy night in the National Basketball Association. Winding down, of course, the regular season. My boys are home tonight. The San Antonio Spurs hosting the Memphis Grizzlies. Brooklyn to Philadelphia. Charlotte to Washington. Orlando being Cleveland battle the Cavaliers and the world champion Cavaliers. It was nice to see that LeBron approved the general manager's contract extension. They say this guy, he says, I don't run this team. Well, they run the coach off last year and got the coach he wanted, and now he has approved the general manager's contract extension for the Cavaliers. That's nice of him. Toronto and Indiana, Bulls in New York tonight, Denver and New Orleans, Memphis, as we said, in San Antonio, Milwaukee and Oklahoma City. Can Russell Westbrook break the triple-double record? He's got 40 under his belt, running out of time to do it. Portland at Utah, Dallas at Sacramento, and Steph Curry and Golden State hosting Minnesota tonight in the NBA. And the National Hockey League, you got it? Come on, yeah. Come on over and slide. Come on back. Greg says, I want to come back because the lunch rush is quieted for the moment. National Hockey League tonight. It is a busy night. The Predators at home against the Islanders in Gaylord Arena in Nashville. Philadelphia skates in New Jersey. Tampa Bay at Boston. The Penguins, the defending Stanley Cup champions, skating Columbia. Washington at Toronto. Detroit at Ottawa. Also Carolina on the ice in Minnesota tonight. Winnipeg in St. Louis against, love saying this, the Blues. Arizona at Dallas. Colorado hosting Chicago. Calgary and Anaheim. My favorite team, the Vancouver, love this, the Canucks. Love it. I don't even know what it is, but it sounds cool. Actually, I do know what it is. It's another name for Canadian. Vancouver Canucks at San Jose, and Edmonton skates at Los Angeles tonight. We'll take a break, come back, take a look at baseball, both Major League and on the local scene. We've got a busy day today in high school baseball and softball. And guess who's going to come back and talk to us? Yeah, he's been hopping. It has been wild and woolly here for lunchtime. I love it. Quick break. We'll come right back. Greg Beck joins us from Phil's Dream Pit right here on show number 492 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447. If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're live here again at Phil's Dream Pit. Whew, I'm tired and I wasn't even back there. Man, oh man, it was hopping. There you go, it's on. Yep, got
it
us.
Sure was, man.
Yeah, Greg Beck's here with us, of course, one of the great staff members here at Phil's Dream Pit. And all right, we opened the gates at 11 o'clock, and it's been wide open ever since. So tell me, you're back there on the serving line. What was been popular today?
I'm telling you what, man, it seems like a little bit of everything, but I think our biggest sellers today were obviously the pork sandwich. Our pulled pork, no matter what else we do on the menu, no matter what else is popular, that pork is always going to be the number one seller. So we had a lot of pork sandwiches go out. We had a lot of our smoked Italian sausages go out today, which is interesting. That's one thing you and I haven't talked much about. That's an interesting one that we can maybe talk about here. We had a lot of turkey sandwiches. A lot of people will come in and get our smoked turkey for lunch. It's a smaller portion. It suits better for lunch. We don't do a lot of that for dinner. But we do a lot of those for lunch, and today was definitely a turkey day as well. So, and we had a lot of variety from the menu go out today.
Yeah. What sides flew out here? Beans.
The beans will always go out most. Hash brown casserole goes out second, and then it's a toss-up between the potato salad and the macaroni salad. Our coleslaw is very popular as well, but usually people will get that on their sandwich and then get something else as a side. So the coleslaw is almost an afterthought.
There you go. We're talking to Greg Beck from Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue, and we're live here again for a couple of more minutes. I know Jeremiah Clarkson will join us coming up here in a few. We'll take a look at Major League Baseball. Who's playing today? Who played last night? Give you the complete rundown. Also a busy day in high school baseball and softball. There's a ton of games coming up, and so we'll tell you all about that coming up here in a few minutes as well to kind of wrap up the show. But let's take a look at, where do you want to go with this? Let's talk about meat by the pound. You're getting ready to have an event. You want to pick up the meat. It's already cooked, slow cooked, hickory smoke. Whoo, good stuff. You can buy meat by the pound here. Tell us about that.
So we do, we talked earlier about our dream packs, and we portion that out based on the number of people that you are trying to serve. We say that a pound of meat will feed 4 people. So you portion that out to about a 4-ounce portion. So if you just need the meat, you don't want the sides, you don't want the buns, you don't want all that extra stuff, you just want to get the protein, we do sell the meat by the pound. Pork by the pound is $11.49 a pound. It's a great price. That includes, obviously, it's already ready to go. You can pick it up hot and it's ready to serve, or we can vacuum seal it and have it cold so that you can heat it up at a later date and have it ready to go for whatever your function is. We also do that same process for our smoked turkey, for the smoked brisket, and we have chicken salad by the pound as well, and that's smoked chicken that we smoke here at the restaurant, and then we turn that into a chicken salad with we put in all the fixings there and turn that into a really, really great chicken salad. It's great on a cracker, great on a sandwich. It's really good on a hot summer day, something cold to kind of cool you off. So
it's killing me. I tell you what, he starts describing this, the different things on the menu. And when you pull up, as I've said, it's right off Eastern Star exit of I-26 here in the Tri-Cities. And when you pull up, as soon as you get out, it's not offensive, don't get me wrong, but you just smell. It just kind of permeates the hickory smoke because the smoker runs virtually all the time. And it's, oh yeah, as soon as you walk in, I mean, for me personally, nothing I enjoy better than smelling some wood smoke, in this case hickory smoke, because I know here it feels, when you're smelling the hickory smoke, you know the meat's getting the once over back there in the smoker, so it's good stuff. And we talked about the beef brisket, and let's talk also about, you said you've been selling a lot of Italian sausage.
Italian sausage. So we have just a smoked Italian sausage link. It's obviously got the herbs and spices that make it, that smooth Italian sausage. It's got a great flavor to it. And then when you add the hickory smoke to it, I mean, adding hickory smoke to something will never make it bad. So we have that smoked Italian sausage. This is a great idea if you're coming in and you need something quick. Maybe you're having to eat on the run, and so you need something that's not so messy like a pork sandwich. Put that Italian sausage in a bun. We put it in a little container for you, and you can eat it on the run. So it's a great option when you have to come in here and stop quick. So we had a lot of people that were coming in and couldn't stay today for lunch. So I think that's why we sold a lot of the Italian sausage. We also have a jalapeno cheddar dog. So it's like a hot dog with the jalapenos and the cheddar cheese stuffed inside it. We smoke that. So again, you can't, if you're putting that hickory smoke to something, it's never going to be wrong. So that smoked jalapeno cheddar dog is a fantastic option if you got to eat something on the run.
They even have hickory smoked all beef hot dogs.
We absolutely do. We do a couple of different things with hot dogs. We can serve it on a bun for you, obviously. We also have our Dream Dog, which is that smoked all beef hot dog with a full serving of our beans on top and a half a serving of coleslaw on top. And you wouldn't think, when you hear that, you wouldn't think that those flavors go well together. Man, you just got to try it. It's amazing. Our Dream Dog is one of the best things on the menu.
I can tell you, I had an all beef hot dog out here a couple of weeks ago, hickory smoked, and hot dogs aren't the same anymore anywhere else. Once you have a hickory smoked all beef hot dog from Phil's Dream Pit,
make a bulldog break its chain.
Make a bulldog break its chain. You got it. Tony Romo stepping away from pro football. He's going to retire and go in the broadcast booth. He told the Cowboys, don't want to trade, don't want to be, don't want to wheel and deal. I'm just going to ride off in the sunset and retire. He's going to be 37 later this month. So, good move for the Cowboys. Good move for Tony Romo. What do you think?
Yeah, I think, Tony's had a rough run the last few years with dealing with injuries. I always felt like he never could quite stay healthy enough to perform to his potential. I feel like he left maybe a Super Bowl ring out there and left a few, throwing yards out there because of all the games he had to miss. It is sad. But he was a heck of a guy. He came to Jason Witten's camp here in Elizabethton a few times and was always willing to help with the community and serve his community, which I think is great. And, I look forward to seeing him in the broadcast booth and seeing what kind of television personality he could turn into. I think that'll be great for him.
Well-spoken, good-looking guy,
Absolutely.
Very articulate, so I think he'll be a success in the broadcast booth. And
Sure.
and I think there's probably a good chance he'll come back and be in Witten's camp this year. Why would he not? Because he's retired. And, of course, he'll be a drawing card when Jason has his camp in June in Elizabethton. So,
absolutely.
Greg Beck with us again from Phil's Dream Pit. Last but not least, again, hit us one more time about the Dream Packs.
Okay. Our Dream Packs are portioned out for the number of people that you need. So the typical ones and the ones that we feature on the menu, when you look at it, whether you go to philsdreampit.com or if you come in here and look at a menu, we feature the feeds 4, the feeds 6, feeds 8, feeds 10, and feeds 12. So that gets you enough pork and enough of 3 sides to feed that number. But if you're having a large function and you want to get 300 people together, we can take it all the way up to 300 or more or less, whatever number you have getting together. We can get a portion of pork and a portion of the sides to suit that number. Our Dream Packs come with buns, sauce, meat, and 3 sides, and that's enough of all of that to feed whatever number it is that you call in and tell us you need. So we portion those out, get them ready to go for you. You come in and pay and pick it up and take it to your function. Again, we can do that hot or cold. We can have it hot and ready to serve on the day of your function, or if you need to pick it up the day before or a couple of days before, we can have everything ready, just have it cold for you, and you heat it up yourself when you're ready to roll.
philsdreampit.com, go to there, or go on the phone.
Give us a call.
Go on the phone, or there it is. 349-6, I never did get that right, 64, there you go, 6437, philsdreampit.com. There's the takeout. You can get one of these, come by and pick this up, take it with you. Got all the information on the inside, including kids' meals, meal plates, sandwiches. Keep it on about to go, but we have a full-service restaurant here.
Absolutely.
Folks sit down in here 6 days a week, Tuesday through Saturday, so actually 5 days a week, Tuesday through Saturday. But again, Phil's Dream Pit from 11 to 7, closed on Sundays and Mondays, and the quest for perfect barbecue, and it's it comes in flurries, and here we go again, another little spurt. Right?
Looks like we might have another rush coming, so I'm going to get back to it. But
go.
Tom, we really appreciate having you here, broadcasting from here, and giving us a chance to plug some great food and get people out to try our food. We really appreciate all your help.
There you go.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Good man right there. Hey, if you want to win tickets to go to Bristol Motor Speedway, here you go. Look right here on the camera. Win tickets to the NASCAR Xfinity Fitzgerald Glider Kids 300 and also the Auto Zombie 125 on April the 22nd. All you need to do is very simple. Name, address, town you're from, email address. Go to TomTaylorSports.com/contest. That's all you got to do. And so we've got folks have been qualifying, and you run out of time. We've got 3 winners so far. We've had Jennifer Carr from Elizabethton, Deanna Jilton from Johnson City, and this week's winner, Jimmy Conkin from Fall Branch. We'll pull another winner coming up on Friday. All you have to do, why would you not put your name in the bucket, is absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain. In fact, 4 tickets to go see the doubleheader racing. You're talking 125 and 300, you do the math. 425 laps of racing on April the 22nd, which is 18 days away. Again, you see on the screen, TomTaylorSports.com/contest enter, and there you be. Good stuff. All right. And you can't go wrong with that. I don't know why you would not. And a lot of folks have been, and we appreciate that. And they continue to qualify. And, of course, we're going to let Jeremiah come in here in a few minutes and talk about how we're going to ramp up even more, better, cooler prizes, and there's a chance for you to be a part of the show and get in financial sponsorship of the show. We're going to tell you about that coming up here with Jeremiah Clark from Appalachian Digital. He's going to join us coming up here in just a few minutes. So let's run down the Major League Baseball schedule for today. Who's playing where in the bigs? We'll start off with the National League. Everything under the lights tonight. Colorado at Milwaukee. What a matchup in St. Louis. Adam Wainwright for the Cardinals and Jake Arrieta for the Cubbies tonight at Busch Stadium. San Francisco at Arizona and San Diego against the Dodgers in Dodger Stadium. That's all in the National League. In the American League, one-day game, Detroit and Chicago. They'll try it again. They got postponed yesterday, so the season opener for the White Sox this afternoon, 2:10, again in South Chicago. Tonight under the lights, the Yankees at Tampa Bay, Cleveland at Texas, Seattle at Houston, and the Angels will be in Oakland to battle the Oakland Athletics in the Oakland Coliseum. So that's what's going on in Major League Baseball for today. Yesterday, your winners in the National League, Washington, the Mets, Boston, beat Pittsburgh, Colorado, Philadelphia, and the Dodgers all over San Diego. Even the Padre announcers on the air said, God, they're awful. Talking about their own team, which is pretty sad stuff, but they're not very good, and they've been projected to be dead last in Major League Baseball by our baseball expert, Greg Salyer, who will join us tomorrow live at Chick-fil-A, the Crossings in North Johnson City. In the American League from yesterday, your winners, as we told you, Boston beat Pittsburgh at Fenway. Of course, Pittsburgh's in the National. We know that. Baltimore, Minnesota got wins, and as we told you, the late game last night, Oakland beat the Angels 4-2, and so and Detroit and Chicago was postponed from yesterday. High school baseball and softball today. Let's take a look at it. The big one today in Kingsport, Science Hill at Dobbins Minute today, Crockett at Volunteer, Elizabeth in Unicoi County. That's a big one. 7 o'clock game. We are to have the Cyclones tomorrow night. They've announced the makeup game from yesterday will be tomorrow night against Happy Valley, but we've got storms coming tomorrow, so I don't know if we'll get that one in. Crockett at Volunteer tonight. You've got Sullivan Central in Gray at Daniel Boone. Sullivan South plays in Happy Valley. Johnson County at Sullivan East. Sullivan North across the state line to play in Lee, Virginia. Twin Springs, the Fighting Titans will be at Unaka tonight. And Hampton, the Bulldogs will be at North Green. That's all in high school baseball. And high school softball tonight, Tennessee High at Science Hill. Daniel Boone and Crockett, they could play Tiddlywinks. It'll be a big deal with Crockett and Boone. They'll play that softball game in Jonesboro today at 4:30. Sullivan Central Volunteer. Elizabethton's Lady Cyclones will be at Johnson County. Elizabethton again out of the gate at 11-1. They lead the Three Rivers Conference. Going to be doing some of their games here this month, the month of April, for the Elizabethton Lady Cyclones. Looking forward to that. We've got South and Unicoi County in softball tonight. Sullivan East at Sullivan North. University High will be playing host to the Lady Rangers of Unaka. Hampton's Lady Bulldogs at South Green. And Cloudland will be at North Green tonight, again in this afternoon in girls high school softball play around the great state of Tennessee. We'll take a quick break. We'll come right back. We'll be joined by our buddy Jeremiah Clark from Appalachian Digital. We're looking forward to talking to him, see what's going on, how he can help your business. He certainly has helped mine, I can tell you that. He and Michael Smith, and he can help yours, and we'll find out about that right after this, live at Phil's Dream Pit, show number 492 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
The deals are heating up for Truck Month at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. Over 300 new Chevys to choose from, all with incredible savings. $11,000 off MSRP on 16 Silverado All-Star Crew Cabs. Check out the savings online at championjc.com. 16 Silverado Crew Cab, $33,685. 16 Track, $17,460. 16 Equinox, $21,615. 16 Traverse, $27,365. Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
At American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology has just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
We're back again on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, the final couple of minutes here. We're live again at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue, and it has been, you better hit your button there, because I think, there you go. There's on the screen is our buddy Jeremiah Clark from Appalachian Digital. Good afternoon, sir. This place has been hopping, hasn't it?
It has been packed,
yes,
like nonstop for over an hour.
Yeah, and so it's the calm before the next round, because they usually get another hit about 1:30 or 2 o'clock, and another big lunch rush. Dinner rush. They're open till 7 o'clock tonight. So we're here again at Phil's Dream Pit. One of our great sponsors before we get Jeremiah on board here. I want to say hello to Jeremy Livesey. We were there on Friday. Again, over 48 closings already. This guy can help you get closed, get pre-qualified at Mortgage Investors Group. He is the #1 salesman at Mortgage Investors Group in the Tri-Cities. 2 offices in Johnson City and Kingsport. Go to jeremylivesey.com. That would be, in fact, well, yeah, I'll get a better picture of him, but Jeremy Livesey, L-I-V-E, looks like Livesey, but it's Livesey. Go to jeremylivesey.com. And again, here's the cool part. He'll sit down with you and get you pre-qualified. Then he'll say, okay, here's your parameters. Here's what you can afford. And then, in fact, he told us a story on Friday. Someone called him. They were out looking at a home, and they said, hold on a minute. He ran through the numbers. He said, okay, this particular home you're looking at is going to cost, it's in your budget because it's going to cost you right around. He told them on the phone that quickly what the payment would be on the house they were driving by looking at. So that's called customer relations.
That's customer service right there.
That is customer service. Yeah, he does a phenomenal job. Jeremy Livesey, over 40 closings already. And he said, you know what, Tom, it hadn't got started. Our busy time is once school's out, all the way through, of course, late fall, going into the holidays. He said, already 40-some closings. We're just in April. So check him out if you're looking for someone that can help you. And again, they do. And again, they've got a system. He said a lot of folks don't want to fool with financial institutions, do not want us to fool with VA loans. He said, we've got the system where you pop it in and it goes right to the system. They do so many of them. In fact, he said 30% of all the VA loans processed in the Tri-Cities runs through Mortgage Investors Group, which is phenomenal.
That's impressive.
3 out of 10.
Yeah.
That is very impressive. So anyway, one of our great sponsors, Jeremy Livesey. Check him out at jeremylivesey.com, and we appreciate them very much. We're live here again at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. This show has grown. We're on show number 492, and we're on our way to the 500th show. It's going to be held at Champion Chevrolet at the end of the month. We can't do it next Friday. We're going to do it next Friday, but it's Good Friday, and I'm not about to do anything on the day the Lord got crucified to promote me. They ain't got snowball's chance. I'm going to do that. Of course, the following week, I'll be doing the track announcing at Bristol Motor Speedway, so we'll be out of pocket on the 21st. So we're going to do the show on the 28th. We'll be, looks like it's going to be a Champion Chevrolet on that Friday the 28th. We'll have more to say about that, but we're gearing up for a big time, and I know Andy Dietrich and Tim Copenhaver are gearing up for a big time. In fact, talked to him on the phone yesterday, and he said, 500th show for Tom Taylor. How'd he do that? I said, that's good, Andy. That's good. So he's a piece of work. Anyway, this show's success is due in large part, number one, to the Lord. It's his show. But number two, this guy right here and his partner, Michael Smith from Appalachian Digital. And again, the numbers continue to go up because of what they do. Everything you see on the show, everything you see on the screen when you watch it is because of this gentleman and his partner, Michael Smith. So take it away. Toot your horn a little bit. Again, if you're a company out there, I don't care how big you are, how small, if you're looking for someone to handle your social media, build your website, kind of take over and say, we want to expand your business, this guy right here can do it, he and his partner. So I've set you up. Take it away. Tell us about Appalachian Digital, how you can help us, and how you're helping other companies just besides me grow their business.
Yeah, so we've been around since 2009. When we started, we were working almost exclusively with churches, although we have expanded since then to include a lot of small businesses as well. So we do understand what it's like when you're working on a very small budget, how difficult it can be to create a very good website and have a good online presence when you're working with a small budget. And so we're used to working with that, and that's one of the areas that we specialize in. As I said, we have expanded into small businesses, and our reach has also grown a lot. You know, we did start here in the Tri-Cities, but we've got clients over in Asheville, North Carolina, up in West Virginia near DC, in talks with clients out in California. So we do have a much larger reach, even though we are based here in the Tri-Cities. And then to Tom's point, you know, it's more than just having a good website these days. It's also about having a visible social media presence, whether it be Facebook or Twitter. You know, that's the two we tend to focus on. But all the ways that you can get out there and interact with your customers and let them know where you're at, what you're doing, and the services that you can provide for them.
Facebook's the way to go, folks. I'm telling you. I've been on it for, well, almost 2 years now, and so it grows exponentially every single day. I've just got a laundry list of folks who are watching the show, not just here in the Tri-Cities, but all over the country. So when you have a regional sponsor or a national sponsor like Blue Lizard, case in point, where they sell sunscreen all over the country and get all over the country, it behooves you to get on board and be a part of what they're doing, because it's more than just local. In fact, here's a card. A guy came up to me today. He stopped by and got lunch. He said, love your show. Call me, want to be on your show. Inglewood Lawn and Landscaping. So that's how it worked. The guy was in there buying food, and I know Tim, but he said, hey, love your show. Call me. I want to be a sponsor on your show. And he's a lawn and landscape guy, Inglewood. So there you go. Can't beat that. And so that's because I was here. And again, you have numbers, and when he starts talking these numbers, I could sit here and act like I know, but I'm just going to be straight up, because I'm a straight up kind of guy. I have no clue what he's getting ready to say, what the numbers mean. He just says, you're jumping, you're going up by leaps and bounds. So tell us some numbers about the show, would you please?
Yeah. So just for example, when we started working with Tom back in November, in the month of October, his Facebook impressions had been less than 15,000, meaning that during the entire course of a month, people had seen something about the show online less than 15,000 times, which, you know, on one hand sounds high, but, you know, there's room to grow. Since then, every single month, that number has almost doubled. It's grown, every single month. And I just finished running March's statistics yesterday, day before, and for the month of March, you had 91,000 impressions on Facebook. That's not including Twitter. That's just on Facebook. So that's 91,000 times that somebody on Facebook saw either a post about Tom Taylor, the video of Tom Taylor, anything regarding Tom Taylor and the sports show, 91,000 times last month. And so, I mean, it's clear, obviously, for April, you're going to go way past the 100,000 mark. And again, that's just Facebook. Twitter as well has continued to grow into the tens of thousands. So yeah, your show is growing, Tom. No doubt about that.
I give that credit to the Lord. It's his show. As Phil Robertson said about Duck Dynasty, it'll go as far as he wants it to go, and it's growing because it's his show. And that's, you know, that if you watch the show, and we always start off with the Bible verse and get it rolling. So, and we're not about to do a show to highlight me next week on my 500th show, which we originally were going to do. And I started looking at the calendar. I thought, what a ding dong. Why would I be doing my show about me on Good Friday? And that's the day the Lord hung on the cross for us. Nah, it ain't going to happen. So anyway, we will have that 500th show. When we have it's really irrelevant. The fact we're going to have it and we will have it towards the end of the month. It will be a Champion Chevrolet. Of course, the following week, as we said, will be at the Speedway. So back to him in the closing moments here at the show. If you are looking for someone to take over or to sit down with you and say, look, I got this much money to spend, here's what I want to do, here's my goal, here's where I want my business to be, here's where it is, here's where I want it to go, these folks will do it for you. Appalachian Digital, and of course you can see what they do, some of their samples, by going to the website, right?
Yeah, if you go to AppalachianDigital.com, there's a tab you can click on that says Our Work, and when you click on it, you can see a list of just a few of our clients that we work with, and you can click to go straight to their websites and get an idea of the type of work that we do. And, you know, don't ever hesitate to call us if you have, or email or call us, either one, if you have any questions or ideas about, you know, growing your website online, whether it's because you don't currently have a website at all and you need to get one, period, or if you just maybe need to revamp the one that you have. You know, we like to say that we like to help people tell their stories, and so we want to help you tell your story, even if that might even mean that maybe we're not the best business to help you specifically. You know, we have had clients that have come to us and said, I need A, B, C, D, and, you know, maybe we couldn't exactly hit the exact points that we want, but you know, we turned around and told them, you know, look, for what you're looking for, you know, we might not be able to do that, but here's where you should go look for the resources to help you do what you want to do. So we're not afraid to help point you in the right direction, even if that's not with us. So we're pretty open and honest in that way.
Telling my age, but as the old Dragnet show says, the late Jack Webb says, just the facts, ma'am, just the facts. I believe he's the one that said on Dragnet, tells you how old I am, but anyway, he just gave me the facts and the numbers are there. Something else he likes to talk about is the fact that we're giving away race tickets. We told you how to do that. Let's hit that on the screen one more time. But I know Jeremiah always likes to tell folks how you can get involved in the show, as a matter of fact. So here's the contest. There it is. Go to TomTaylorSports.com/contest. Get registered to win. It's a family 4-pack. We'll give away another winner coming up on Friday. This week's or last week's winner was Jimmy Conkin out of Fall Branch. The other two winners were ladies, Jennifer Carr from Elizabethton and Deanna Jilton from Johnson City. Here's Jimmy Conkin. So point being, we're going to get more and more prizes, better prizes, and we're going to ramp it up. Not that the race tickets aren't good prizes, but the races are 2 times a year. We've got some other things coming up we want to be giving away. So here's a chance for you to get involved in the show and kind of take ownership in the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And Jeremiah likes to talk about this, and tell us how that works.
Yeah, so there's a resource called Patreon, and I believe we do have a link for it right here, and I will pull that up on the screen for you. Patreon is a tool that artists, or artist is the best word to use, can gain support from their fan base to help them continue what they're doing. So in the case of Tom, the Tom Taylor Sports Show, if you'll go to this link that's on the screen, patreon.com/the Tom Taylor Sports Show, you can become a patron fan of the show, where you basically provide a small monetary amount each month to the show to support Tom. And what that's going for, that's not going so that Tom can just up and go on fancy vacations or anything like that. What that's going for is to help him get better tools and equipment to help him grow this show and take it to the next level. Just recently we did start using a better webcam, and again, that's because he was able to secure the funds needed for that. But as he continues to get funds come in, that he can then turn around and continue to get better equipment, better audio equipment, better speakers, camera, better online resources, and that because everything does take money, unfortunately. And so the more that you support Tom in the show, that's the more that he can turn around and reinvest to just make the show that much better. And as a part of that, when you become a patron of the show, you do get some nice perks with that, depending upon the dollar amount that you give. At the most basic level, Tom's going to be able to make sure that he gives you shout outs on the show to let people know that that you have supported him. But going on up the ladder, you can also get listed as a permanent sponsor on the Tom Taylor Sports website, TomTaylorSports.com, and then eventually you can even get segments of the show named after you in your honor. So if your name is John Smith, you might get to a segment of the show of here's the NASCAR segment brought to you by John Smith. So that's that level of patron support that you can achieve. So yeah, definitely check it out, patreon.com/the Tom Taylor Sports Show, and help Tom grow the show. And then the second way, I will bring this up real quick, the second way that you as a fan of Tom's show can help him grow the show is just sharing and commenting on Tom's posts and video on both Facebook and Twitter. Every time you share the video, that's that many more people that's going to see Tom's show, and the same thing with the posts as well, and that's going to help him continue to grow.
Tell me the numbers one more time, just the March numbers.
Yeah, so in the month of March, your impressions were over 91,000. And just to put that in perspective, back in October, you were less than 15,000. So in the span of 4 or 5 months, you've gone from 15,000 impressions to 91,000 impressions. So, it's all Tom. Tom has the great show. We help put the resources into his hand, but yeah.
There you go. So there we're done. I'm tired of talking about me. We're out of here. And so I do want to say thanks again. Check them out, Appalachian Digital. They're based here in the Tri-Cities. Again, Jeremiah Clark and his partner, Michael Smith. We're out of time. I want to say thanks to our guests. We heard from Chase Elliott, again, the NASCAR driver finishing third in Martinsville over the weekend. We heard from NASCAR owner Roger Penske. They're pretty proud because in their 1,000th start as Penske Motorsports, they bring home the checkers for Brad Keselowski, his first win ever, Martinsville, and, of course, his 23rd career victory, tying him with Ricky Rudd now on the all-time wins list. We also heard from Rob Cole from Bays Mountain Park, of course, Jeremiah, and also we heard from twice from our buddy Greg Beck from right here at Phil's Dream Pit. So tomorrow we take the show right on down the trail. We're on the road to Chick-fil-A. We're there every Wednesday. We'll be there tomorrow at the Crossings in North Johnson City. Thursday, we'll be at the #1 Chevy dealership in the state. We'll be at Champion Chevrolet. And Friday, we'll be at Food City, coming to the Food City near you. And then, let's see, Monday, back at Bristol Motor Speedway. And, of course, Race Week, we're going to be doing something really cool. We're going to be doing the show, since we have the privilege of being the track announcer, we're going to be up doing the show on Thursday, the 20th, inside Colossus, the giant video boards, who, by the way, or not who, by the way, but by the way, the video boards were shipped to Phoenix, and they were used as part of the Final Four last night and Saturday for the semifinals. So big, giant video boards, if you saw on the backdrop on the national television broadcast or telecast, those are from Bristol Motor Speedway. So they were broken down, put in a trailer, taken out there and reassembled, and so they're coming back. And so we'll be inside Colossus Central coming up on the 20th, and whatever that Monday is, too. The Monday would be the
23rd, I believe.
Yeah. No, it'll be back
24th. 24th.
No, we'll back it up. It'll be the 18th, 17th, 16th or 17th, whatever that Monday is. We're going to be there.
17th.
What was yesterday?
I don't even.
Third.
Today's the 4th. So
yeah, this is how I roll. I'm country cornbread. I'm sorry. So the 17th will be at the Speedway, and then the 20th will be up in Colossus Central, broadcasting the show from up there. That's where we are. You'll get a chance to see where we broadcast and do the PA for the Speedway in our 16th year. So pretty cool about that. Mm-hmm. But for now, we're gone. As we say, as always, we're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. And again, from Phil's Dream Pit, again, the quest for perfect barbecue off the Eastern Star exit of I-26. This is Tom Taylor telling you, as always, oh yeah, brought to you by right there, Phil's Dream Pit, Sweet Far. And as we always tell you, win or lose,
be a good sport.
Be a good sport. We'll see you tomorrow from Chick-fil-A. So long, everybody.